As you can see, we got a flat this morning. We're going to have to figure out why we got the flat. We've already got tubes for it, thankfully. So we're just going to put some air in it for now, take it out to the big shop, and do some investigating. You're watching Steve's Off-Grid Adventures. Alright, so now we're going to get the jack and the jack stand from the shop.
Okay.
The yellow or orange one's the best one. You'll notice it's the biggest out of all of them.
Yep.
It holds the most weight. Way smaller than that. When you're trying to find a good socket to use, you always want to look for a 6-point socket for anything you impact.
Why a 6-point?
Less chance of slippage and stripping the nut.
That makes more sense.
And yeah, once you strip one of those nuts, you're in for a hard day. Now, we're going to cheat and use an impact because we can. Not everyone has an impact. We do.
Well, if you don't have an impact, then what else would you use to pick up the
Breaker bar.
Ah, okay.
Now, where do you think would be a good spot to set that jack?
Well, it had to be right here. We're working on the right-hand tire.
That tire. Now, understand, you got to get a jack stand in there as well, so that it's supported the whole time, right? Not by the jack, but by the jack stand.
Yes.
So, the best spot to jack up is exactly where you're headed.
Excellent. I think right there.
No. You see, this right there. Boop.
Oh.
And then you can set the jack stand anywhere over here.
Oh, okay.
Which, before you start actually jacking that up, you want to get this in place so that it's ready.
Yes.
You see the groove in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
You want that frame sitting in that groove.
Okay.
So, start going up. Make sure you're not in the unlock position. Stop. Alright, now you can go.
I'm sorry.
And before you actually make contact, verify that you're in the correct spot. Stop. You can't verify it from back here. You got to get in there. Get right in there. Make sure you're not going to crush a brake line, transmission line, anything like that.
No.
Grease fitting. So it's just frame, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
It is underneath the frame.
So start going up slowly. Watch your head. Alright, now you're going to take the impact, you're going to loosen these nuts.
Okay.
You always verify that you're in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one has 4 settings. We don't want 4. We don't need that kind of torque. Not yet anyways. So we'll go to 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Hear the difference?
Yes, I do. Yep.
We don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure 2 is not going to be enough. So we're going to go to 3.
Okay. I didn't think that had.
You're going to
4
go
settings.
onto your nut. Make sure that you're square on it. No crooked, crazy stuff, right? Because if you're crooked on it, what's going to happen?
Strip.
You're going to strip it. And it does not take much.
No.
Okay? So, square on it. Little short burst. Okay?
Yes.
Just in case. Right? Make sure you're square. So, now that one's loose. Do those 2. Do not take them off. Just loosen it.
Aye, Captain.
Make sure it's actually spinning, not just a socket. Alright, okay. That's good. Next one. You always want to put your impact in a good spot.
Yeah, but like you said about making sure that's square on. I don't want to strip the bolts. I mean,
The more contact you make with that rim, the more likely you're crooked, right? Right now it's crooked.
Okay.
Right? Find a better spot. There you go. That's a perfect spot.
Okay.
Before you even touch the trigger. Perfect. Nice and easy. A little more. Okay. So now you can put the impact on the tailgate. Start bringing her up. Nice and easy. Watch your jack too. Tiny bit more. Alright, tiny bit means you start moving slow. Don't crank it. Start going slow because it's starting to move. Do you see that?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, gently start going up. Okay, that should do it. Now, you're going to set your jack in place, jack stand. You want to make sure it's reasonably level. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, jack stands in place. Jack is still up, but we're not relying on solely the jack anymore.
No.
So watch yourself. Just want to get this slightly better spot. There. It's not quite off the ground yet. Alright, now we're free. See?
Yeah, I can see that.
Verify that your jack stand is actually locked, which it is.
Perfect.
Alright, undo the nuts.
Can I do it by hand?
No, we're not that loose yet.
Oh, okay.
And it's a lot quicker with the impact. Use the tools. If you have them, use them. You're going to gently, both hands on the top, right there, just go, boom. There, it's free. Now pull it off. All that does is break the rust free. Not that there's much rust on it.
Mm-hmm.
Rust, dirt, ice, any debris that's in the way, that little breaks it free.
Makes sense.
Okay, now what you're going to do is set it over there.
Okay.
Because we have the tire off for what it takes, do a little investigating, right? Check your brakes. Make sure everything's still hunky-dory down here. Do a little bit of cleanup, because you can. You're already in here, so.
Where's the grease nipple?
There.
Oh, I see the other.
There's another one there. There should be another one there.
I see.
So, very first thing we're going to do is the soap down test, which basically consists of soap and water. You spray it around the tire. Hold that for a sec.
Sure.
Just got to fix my camera too. Here we can zoom in a little bit if you can.
Oh, we do the water because if we see bubbles, and that's where the leakage is.
Exactly. So, basically, you just go around the whole freaking thing. That's a little too strong. The other way. Yeah, there it is. So, immediately, I can already see at least 3, maybe 4 spots where it's leaking. Show me.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's a
huge one there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, and there's
more
also
like a tear.
one right here too.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's just on one of the sides, right?
Yeah.
On the side wall. That's what this is. It's a side wall. Here's your treads, right? There's probably some air leakage in the treads as well.
wouldn't
But
surprise me.
just the fact that there's that many leaks on one side, do you think that's worth plugging or patching?
No.
So what do you do?
Get a new tube.
What's the very first thing you got to do?
Well, we have to take the tire off of the
Before you can even do that, what's the first thing you got to do?
Oh, drain all the air out of it.
Exactly. So on this one, use the small one. You'll notice inside there's a little stem.
Yeah, I see it.
There's 2 shoulders on it. You're going to put the openings here around those 2 shoulders, right? You got to wiggle it around a little bit until you find it. There you go. Now it's in. And then you just unscrew it slowly.
Mm-hmm. Because it will fly because of all the build-up pressure.
Now, all right, start unscrewing slowly. You'll hear the air start to come out. That's perfectly normal. Nice and gentle. Now, as you get further out near the end,
Yeah.
you got to push in
Pushing it.
because it's going to want to fly out. And then good luck finding it.
Of course.
Now, exactly. You don't even have to tell you that. It's perfect. Once you think you're near the end, you stick your finger right up to it and gently start coming out with it. Okay, get it away. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, thank God.
Beautiful. Very well done. Bead breaker. Bead breaker.
Bead?
Bead.
Okay.
Bead
Okay.
breaker. Like
Okay.
beads?
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay.
So basically you're going to take the tire, you're going to set the rim right on the edge of this. I'm trying to do this in front of the camera. Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Set your tire in place so that it's right on the edge of that lower piece so that it can't go anywhere. And you take this guy, you set it right beside the rim. Like right beside it. You don't want to be on the rim, but you want to be just on the edge of it.
Okay.
Now, before you do any motions, ensure that you're in the correct spot. So basically, one hand down here, start applying pressure, and verify before you keep going. Because if you're on the rim, that's not good.
No, that's how you break it.
Yeah.
Well, bend it, I should say.
So, gently, just like I was doing, crouch down, verify that's in the correct place, apply a little bit of pressure,
Yes, it is.
a little bit of pressure, you'll see it start to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're good. That's fine. You're past the edge of the rim.
Mm-hmm.
That edge is there to hold this tire in place.
Okay.
So now that you're past it, you stand up and just go. Boop.
All the way down?
Yep.
I really don't want to break it.
You're not going to. Hear all that air?
Yeah.
Keep going. There it goes. That's breaking the bead. You're going to want to break the bead on this side now.
Okay. Can you please hold this? Thank you.
Now, just so you know. Wait, this way.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't think of it. I did not think of that. Make sure that's on the edge.
Exactly in the same spot I showed you. You do not want to bend that rim.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Push. You're not in the right spot. Your rim has to be in the correct spot, otherwise it's just going to move around.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't verify that it's in the correct spot, did you?
I did. I made sure
It
that
has
this
to
was
be.
flush.
No, this is one thing, but see this?
Oh.
No, it's there to hold the tire in place while you apply pressure.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not pushed all the way back into it, it's not going to work the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
So apply pressure down gently.
Nope.
Yes. Stop, stop, stop. If you skip, you don't keep going.
Oh, dang it. I'm sorry. I thought it was in the right place.
Rotate the tire.
Okay.
And do it again. Make sure the bottom is in the correct spot. Normally, this would be anchored in place. Gently. Stop. Fix it. You can't be underneath it. Rotate the tire. Alright, go. Start to go.
Sorry.
Okay, that's good for now.
Sorry.
Now you know for a fact this goes in there just like that, right?
Yes.
This goes through that hole, right?
Correct.
So what do you do next?
Well, we have to flatten it out, take all the air out of the tire.
And what do you use for that?
The same tool that I use to drain all the tire.
What's it called?
Bleeding
Valve stem remover.
there we go, valve stem remover. There we go, got it again.
Okay, now start squishing that tube down.
This is fun. Can I put it? Whew, can I put it back in? The valve stem?
Is it all the way down?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. There we go, man. I don't even got the cap on it.
This would be even easier to remove, apparently.
Why you say that?
Because there's no rounded boot on the top,
Yeah.
which allows this whole thing to just go both together.
Wow. And
Usually there's a wider boot on the top to prevent it from going back inside.
makes sense.
Because if it goes back inside, you gotta take the tire off, find it, pull it out, put it back in. But this one does not have that, so it's too easy. Push it back through.
I was about to cut it off.
You learn something every day, right?
Yep. That's cool. I did not know that.
Okay, so now we are 90% of the way there to put the tube back in. Now, what you want to make sure is you saw how many holes there were in the tire, right? Most of them were age cracking.
Oh, what about that big one? It was like this long.
Exactly. There's a chance that there's a nail, a screw, a piece of steel, something lodged in the tire somewhere. And if we put that tube in right now,
It could happen
there's
again.
a good chance that it's just going to get torn and go flat again. Then you've got to pull the tube out again, patch it, and put it back in, which is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So, for what it takes to just go around and verify there's nothing actually in there. Now, ideally, you would do this with the whole tire right off. But we don't have to get that carried away.
But isn't it always a good thing to take extra precautions, depending on the situation?
That's why we're doing this in the first place, right?
True.
And yes, you squish your fingers a little bit, but it's the only way to guarantee
A
there's nothing
little-
in there.
A little squish is better than a fully brokerage. I didn't even think I was a
And you
word.
should get used to your hands getting a little squishy.
Yeah. I'm already used to that.
All right. Always use your two people. All right. Now, grab your tube.
Roger? Anything else or just the tube?
Grab the tube.
Okay. Here it is.
Cap off. Valve stems back inside.
Yep. As you can see.
All right. So basically, you want to do your best. Put the cap over there for now so you don't drop it.
Okay. Here we go.
This is the most important thing right now. Right?
Yeah.
You got to get this in there without bending it over, tearing it apart, or messing up the threads. Right?
Yeah.
So basically, you just want to get it started. Now, there's the other tool that we're using. This guy. This is your best friend. Once your stem is in place, this threads right onto the end where the cap would go. To prevent the valve stem from going back inside and floating around. Worst case scenario, it'll only go as far as those two arms. Right? So, stem is in place. Now, you just stop. Making sure not to put any holes in your brand new tube. Or
Hold on.
So, put the generator on, plug in the compressor into the generator, let it charge back up. Now, I'll make sure your tool is at pretty good pressure, right to 90, which is fine. Now, what you're going to want to do before anything, because as soon as you take that off of the valve stem, there's a high probability it just shoots right back inside. And then you got to go find it
Again.
which is annoying. So, so before you even take this off, look.
Yeah?
Get right down. Look. See this?
Yes.
It's under pressure, right? So if you just take this off, that's just going to go scooting down in. So, you lift it up.
Yes.
Grab it. Firm, but not enough to hurt it. You're going to undo this. You're going to maintain pressure on this the whole time. And you're going to start putting air into it.
Okay, but I only have 2 hands. I need to put it in and then plug it.
No, you don't need to plug that. This doesn't plug anything. It's just to give more down pressure.
Okay.
And yeah, for safety's sake, I'll keep my hand on the pliers.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to lose this and have to redo all that.
Me neither.
But if you're by yourself, that's how you would do it.
Yeah.
See, I'm using 2 hands, right? This comes off. For now, it would just go there. I would take my air.
Oh,
Down
okay.
pressure, right?
Yes.
And you can hear it start to fill up.
Yeah.
Now you'll notice we're starting to get a lot closer to seating the bead. But it's not set yet. As you can see, there's still gaps, right? You do not want to leave those, because that will be a problem.
Yeah, I get that.
You still have a fair bit of air in the tank, which is good. You'll notice I'm maintaining pressure on this the whole time. Never once letting go of it.
Yeah.
And you inspect it too to make sure it's not drifting off to one side or the other. Because if you put constant pressure on it, you can actually wear through one of these sides, and you got to pull the tube again. Grab the pressure gauge. It's right up there.
There we go. Well, let me do it.
I want to show you that it can be done with one person.
Oh.
So, that tube is not even at 2 psi yet, right? Just you take this. You were asking me, how would I do it? I've only got 2 hands. This is how you would do it. You're probably going to need a generator to finish it off. Oh, see, that's normal. You heard that little pop, right? That's the bead setting. It's coming up into place where it's supposed to be.
I kind of figured that.
You'll notice it makes kind of funky noises, but it's all normal. Sometimes it can scare you because they're loud. Sometimes.
I get it.
Now, gauge. See, we're already up to 15, but the bead's not set yet.
No.
Close, but not quite perfect. That tube is rated for like 20 psi.
But we don't use it for 20 psi.
No, but we have to set the bead, right? So you go up to whatever pressure it takes safely to set the bead.
Okay.
Take your knee off. Now you notice I just released a tiny bit of pressure just to see what it would do. If it went scooting inside, I can grab it again real quick, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to just let go, but you want to see if you can just let go. So That's in a happy spot. There's not any particular pressure on any one side.
No.
So, it's in the correct position, which is good. Hopefully it's not too much more air. Watch out. Okay, and put those back up there.
Okay.
And this.
Back on the bench. Roger, Dodger.
Jack.
You have the gas. You put it around here.
No. It's you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you heard that last little.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to bring it down to a safe operating PSI.
Mm-hmm.
Good timing. That just died. Pretty girl. So we're going to bring this to about 14 PSI.
Okay.
Right now we're at about 16. Hey, pretty girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, trying to help?
She was. Wait, can I speak?
Yeah, speak freely.
No, I mean, she was by my place last night.
Alright.
She wanted cuddles.
Yeah?
I opened the door, like she had her. I wanted to see if she wanted to come inside my place. Like she had her paw on the step, like she was thinking about it.
Huh.
She's such a good girl. Ain't that right, girl?
Okay, so from this point, what do you think is next?
We take it on. We take it and put it on the Ranger.
Correct, but before you do that,
Disconnect everything.
actually no, just put the tire on.
Okay.
Without stepping on the tools. It's a good way to break them.
I stepped on that.
Yes.
Dang it. Okay.
If it has to go up a bit, use the jack. Push it up a bit, right? Because now we have a fully pressurized tire. It's a little bit higher off the ground, right? Just be gentle about it. Don't just go yanking away. Watch and pay attention. Come check. Is it high enough? Start with the very, very bottom one. This is the one you should be focused on the most. There you go. Line the rest up. It's not going to work if you're all the way in on the bottom, though, is it? I'm going to just get it started.
There we go.
Line up the other ones. Push it all the way in.
That's what I did.
All the way in.
It is all the way in.
Alright. Put your washers and nuts on.
Roger, Dodger.
Always by hand to start.
Yep. That was fun.
Not over yet.
I do like working on the Rangers. It's fun.
Alright, once you've got it started, just move to the next one.
Oh, okay.
And so we have power tools to finish them off. But you always start them by hand. For what reason?
To make sure it doesn't get cross-thread.
Exactly.
Now can I use the drill?
Yes.
I mean...
Now you're going to set it on 2. Making sure it's on 2. Pull the trigger to set it first. There you go. Hit the button. 2. Perfect. Just confirm that it's on 2. Kind of hard to see on the camera, but yes, it's on 2. Now, remember the pattern.
Yep. It's like a star.
Now, you just want to get them fairly tight, but not all the way tight yet. Nope. You know, you can move the socket too by hand, right, to line it up. Make sure you're square.
I am.
Okay, now, start with the very first one you did. Give them a couple of cranks each. Okay. A couple, not 4. Just a blah, blah. Because you'll always finish them with a torque wrench, right?
Correct.
Alright, so now that's tight, you can lower the jack. Before you lower the jack, you're going to want to pull your jack stand out so that it works all smoothly. Alright, now turn the handle just a little bit and gently, that's not gentle. That's not gentle at all.
No, it was not.
You're going to have to work on that. But now, tires on the ground, everything's out of the way. Tires obviously holding air. Lead is set. All the way around. Hey, beauty.